Yeah, it's your boy Fist in his house. Bring another great edition of Call of Duty for me to you, because that's what I do. This is not a recent gameplay. I haven't played Call of Duty. I just wanted to point this out because I brought up this gameplay because I wanted to point this out from the other videos that we are seeing of Call of Duty Ghost. Now, if you don't know about Call of Duty Ghost and you want to know how to get Call of Duty Ghost early, or know how to get Call of Duty Ghost news early, follow me on Twitter. I'll leave the link below. How to get Call of Duty early, because sometimes I'm like an amplifier. I hear news on the internet, I tweet it out. It's not coming from me. I don't have Call of Duty earlier than anybody else would get it. I can tell you this, that Call of Duty will go live first on Xbox Live Friday, November the 1st at 6 p.m. Eastern. That I know for a fact. So there will be people playing this game for 5 days early. So let's go on back to this point. Now, in that being said, within 5 days of me playing this game, I will tell you all the cheap setups and everything in this game that's broken. Let's face it, this game is going to be broken because it's not a continuation of the last game. It is a interpretation with gimmicks that is made in 8 months to sell a name, and that's what they do. And I'm tired of the fact that, I'm trying to say, fix this, or why don't you fix this, and God, it's been 10 years, and it's never going to happen. So all I'm going to do is tell you their interpretation. And basically, Call of Duty is like Battlefield, where they just take the name and they throw the game on there. West Zempella, they've left a long time ago. So when they hand this game over to certain developers, this is just their interpretation of the game, and that's just the way it's going to be, and you have to accept it. With that being said, and the reason why I'm posting this video is to show you these things. So, and I don't know if developers look at my videos, and I don't really care anymore. The point is that I look for things that in the game that are broken, in the sense that they've never been corrected and they should have been corrected. And those are the facts. And they're never going to correct it. So why should I be politically correct and play the game a certain way? I shouldn't. I'm going to play the game to win. So whatever the worst setup is in there, I'm going to show it to the people. And if they want to fix it from there and adjust it, then great. I have still accomplished my mission. That's my very first priority when I post these videos, is that developers look at my games and say, this needs to be fixed. And if they don't and they leave it that way, then that's fine. I don't care. Because then I'll just keep using it. So it's a win-win for all of us. Either you fix it, or we're going to still use this setups and this style, and we're going to just fuck the game, and that's the way it's going to be. So that's the way I look at the game now. I don't look at the game like, oh, well, I'm going to have a glass ceiling, and I'm not going to say nothing bad about Call of Duty. No, this game has got 10 generations that it could look back on and improve on completely. So there's no excuses for this game to be 100% refined. So I'm not going to sit here and blow smoke up your ass like all the other YouTube commentators and not try to hurt your feelings or make you unsubscribe from me because I have a valid opinion based on, I've been on YouTube since 2006, 2005. No, and playing Call of Duty since day one. And all the other first-person shooters, for that matter. You don't need to be a pro player to give your insight on the game. I mean, there's critics telling you that there's games that are, this is 7 out of 10, and they play it like 4 or 5 hours. How do they know? They don't. So that's not the point. So let's get on to this. In the subject I want to cover, and what we're looking at right now, you see me running around with the pistol, right? And here's the thing. Black Ops 2, and the reason I'm posting this video is because Black Ops 2 and Infinity Ward's game Ghost is an interpretation with injections of Black Ops ideals and their interpretation mixed in. This is the first time that Infinity Ward's ever mixed in an interpretation from the Treyarch developers. And what do I mean by that? It's very simple. You look at dolphin diving, and that's the same thing as it reciprocates the fact that we're talking about sliding. Sliding that you're going to see at the end of this video, 46 frames plus, almost 50 frames. That's almost a second plus if there's no objects in the way. You know that the game, they say, runs at 60 frames per second. It doesn't always run at 60 frames per second based on your connection or what's going on or how much smoke's in the screen. You could drop down to 50. So we're talking you're talking a whole animation stuck in a slide. So for example, if you're in a slide and there's no objects in the way and you can't shoot in the slide, you're dead. You know, that's one thing. But anyways, I want to point out, we've been looking at a lot of Ghost videos, and I pointed out a video earlier about, aiming down the sights and the reticle moving. There was a couple, about 4 or 5, maybe 6 videos back when I first seen it. But I wanted to talk about the pistols and how and why I'm posting this video from Black Ops 2. And that is, this game is nothing but an extension. Ghost is nothing but an extension of Treyarch's game and engine with the additions of sliding, leaning, and vaulting. Now, if you look at the gunplay in Ghost, it's the same thing. Because if you take pick 10 perks, or pick 10 attachments and pick 10 setups for the weapons, and you take that away, and then you switch it and just flip it down the pick 10 perks, how is the pistols going to be any different in Modern Warfare Ghost? Call of Duty Ghost? It's not. So we're talking about a pistol setups in the beginning of this game that do not acquire perk. I'm going to just call it perk 11. Perk 11 setups. Because you can max out perks to 11 points. So basically, you have the attributes. Okay, if you're using the pistol, think about this. If you're using the pistol with silencer makes it to the fact to where you have no, obviously your pistol, you're not going to have any latency on aiming, reloading, leaning, sliding. The pistol is the lightest thing in the game, but it's going to kill you the most. If you look at the way the game is set up, it's 6v6. So if it's 6v6, that means there's going to be a lot of short maps and close quarter combat. So why would I use anything else if I'm going to use a pistol? Then you take the perk 11 system, which, because if you're going to eliminate the tactical and the grenade and the tactical, the lethal and the tactical, and your primary weapon, that's 11 points. So you're talking about moving around with wings on with a pistol. I mean, that's how fast, much agility you'll have with the pistol. And the fact that you're going to be on 6v6 maps, I mean, this is probably going to be one of the first videos off the first 5 days that I play this game, November 1st, 6 p.m. Eastern, that I'm going to post. It's going to be the same exact video that I post off Black Ops 2. And I said that the Cap 40s were overpowered. What was the other one? It was the other one, the 3-round burst pistol. And they didn't nerf them until after. Not only did they didn't nerf those pistols until after the COD championships, and then a couple months down the road, until after Christmas, they didn't nerf them. And so that tells you how slow that they are going to be. I mean, Treyarch moves pretty fast, but Infinity Ward even moves slower. So we were talking about a lot of broken things, a lot of broken setups that are going to be in the game. And I'm going to call the very first one is going to be the pistol setup with a perk 11 system. And you're going to see it here. Now, here we're going to look at some Ghost gameplay. And I want to show you this, dude. Look at this. This is 46 frames of sliding. You have no way out of that. It's the same exact thing as dolphin dive. Instead of flying through the air, you're sliding on the ground. And then you're dead. There's no way out of it. How are you going to get out of that? It's basically a dead situation. Now we have the MMS target finder in Ghost. How are you telling me when this thing pops up, is it any different than target finder? MMS and target finder to me is the same thing. If you have it and you're using it and the character's there, it's going to show up. And then the character animations is the last thing of all that I want to point out. I was very critical about the Battlefield 4 animations and how shitty they were, and I did videos on my Fist2 channel. But I am seriously the way these characters look like, they look like tiptoe burglars. They're running around on their tiptoes and they look all weird and funny. I don't know how the what is it? I would say the x-axis. I don't know how the x-axis is, but it's yet to be seen, and I can't wait to show that to you. So anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. Until next time, it's your boy Fist for here all the Call of Duty Ghost news, getting the game early, Xbox One, Xbox 360, PS3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and the PC. Follow me on Fist2. I'll give you the news first, the legit news about the game, and all of that in a bag of chips. Until next time, it's your boy Fist. Peace. I'm out.